This is the place I was referring to, the St. Lapii Hospital. I've already told them about Pan. There should be a ward waiting for us. Get Pan to his bed first, and take care of any paperwork required for his admission. I appreciate it.
Rune Hunter, as you mentioned, the patient has a strange scar on him. You said that he's been unconscious ever since he was hit by a spell? Well, since the first diagnosis has been completed, we will prepare his treatment as soon as the results are in. We will do our best to get him back on his feet. The St. Lapii Hospital was founded in RUS by the Artemis royal family, and our institution has become the most renowned hospital of Trom. Under the guidance of Count Zid, who happens to be the ruler of RUS, as well as the director of this hospital, we always assign a dedicated nurse to each of our patients. However, because a lot of our nurses have been dispatched to the cemetery to deal with recent issues, it will take some time before a nurse can be assigned to this patient. Please try to understand, Rune Hunter. Wait, hold on! I'd like to ask you a favor. I'm Perfumer Grass. I specialize in making incenses. Say, have you seen the incenses that are burning near the hospital? That's right, the ones that burn with mysterious smoke. Apparently, they're made by the mages of Caspel. They supposedly have the power to ward off evil. I don't believe in the effects, but they do sure smell nice. I'd like to know the ingredients. Could you sneak out some of those incenses without getting caught by the nurses?
Oh, I'm dying! This nurse is literally killing me! Hey, you be careful now. The nurses in this hospital are literal thugs. They beat up a perfectly healthy person to make them their patient. You're all shameless. Frauds! I hope you go out of business. Let's see how much longer you can run this cruddy old hospital. Damn you all!
Sorry. Our leader is a bit loud, isn't he? Give him a break. It's because he made a fool of himself with the nurses. We're mercs from the Mirror, looking for some new gigs. They're hiring mercs everywhere since monsters have gone wild with the Red Moon. That's when we heard about St. Lapii Hospital having issues with dealing with the corpses. And hospitals usually mean a lot of people and a lot of money. We knew this was the gig to accept. But then things got weird when we finally arrived. The hospital declined to hire any mercenaries. Our leader literally begged on his knees, but they wouldn't budge. Which eventually led to a fight. We should have just left back then. Just look at us now.
Oh, jeez! This is why I told you, leader! That all of the nurses here are actually really scary, and that we shouldn't mess with them! I mean, you were supposed to be the veteran, yet you didn't notice. Good lord, a merc who gets beat up by a nurse! They're going to be talking about us everywhere! Man, we're a complete mess. Everyone else is busy making money while we're stuck here recovering. This year is a bust. You better pay up, leader.
I'm sorry, but we're not hiring any mercenaries at the moment. If you're not here for medical attention, I would like to... Oh. You must be the guardian of the new patient who just checked in. I'm sorry, I mistook you for a mercenary because of your gear. The entire continent's been chaotic ever since the Red Moon rose. There are even mercenaries from Nemera talking about it. You seem to be surprised. Well, there aren't that many combatant nurses outside of Artemis. The RUS nurses are both healers and fighters that guard the hospital. It is our duty to protect the patients, no matter the situation. We cannot ignore anything that threatens life, even if we have to sometimes face off against the strange monsters that have appeared recently. In a way, St. Lapia Hospital is a silent battleground for us. Anyway, I should go take care of those mercenaries now. They're quite the nuisance, but they're still our patients. You seem to be surprised. Well, the RUS nurse, we cannot ignore in a way. St. Lapia Hospital is a anyway,
Oh, you actually brought them. Thank you. Huh? There's a strange powder inside the incense. Is this what makes the smoke smell so good? Seems like the powder is just ground crystal. But I can't figure out what they're... Oh well, I'll just have to give it a little taste. What is this horrible taste? This is like... My hand! There are crystals growing out of my hand! My wrist! My arm! The crystals are spreading! Nurse! Call a nurse!
The attending physician just came by. Pan has received temporary treatment. Although he hasn't been fully treated, I can tell that Pan's feeling a lot better now. We will have to wait until a dedicated nurse is assigned before the actual treatment can begin. But we can't just sit around when there's no telling when Pan's condition may worsen. Could you please go look at what this graveyard issue is about? If there's something we can do to help, we should do what we can to get Pan treated quicker.
What? Mr. Grass is having a seizure? Oh no. He must have tried to taste the incense again. Ever heard of the Abyss Stone? It's the ingredient used for that incense. And it shows terrible hallucinations to anyone who comes in contact with it. Creatures despise the smoke that comes from burning Abyss Stones. That's why we started burning that incense ever since the Red Moon rose. Here. Give this sedative to Mr. Grass. It can damage the memory circuits if taken too often, but we don't have a choice.
Who are you? This isn't my workshop. Am I at the hospital? Why am I here? Did you... I must have gotten knocked out after inhaling some toxic gas during work. Well, thank you. Looks like I owe you my life. But this hospital, I smell a strange scent here. It's filled with a dark, cold, creepy scent. It's a dangerous but tempting scent. I wonder what they used for it. Is this what it feels like to be a fly jumping into a pot of honey?
I'm not sure who you are, but help me. I was cleaning the cemetery and almost ended up going into my own grave. There have been strange occurrences around Trom recently. Corpses coming back to life. I was scared to death when I first saw one of them rise. Now, I have to risk my life in order to tend to the graves. Everything's a mess right now with all the corpses limping around the area. My heart's always pounding from the danger. But thankfully, it seems like the gods are on my side today. Could you just escort me back to the hospital? Don't worry, I'll take care of the mess you make along the way.
RUS is one of the territories granted upon the nobles by the King of Ordemis. This change in ownership occurred right after the Zodiac War, which was 200 years ago. This territory was once known for its defense facilities, focused around the solid walls of RUS Fortress. But after the war ended, the new lord demolished the fortress, and instead built a massive hospital, along with a graveyard and a mansion for all of the ruling nobles.
Kuroko can do everything. Trust Kuroko.
That's the cemetery issue they've been talking about? The dead are rising to threaten the living? I can't be certain, but it seems like Serpin's resurrection from Bellatus has even influenced Trom as well. Go and see if there are any more details you can find.
Are you heading outside right now? I'm sorry, but I have something to ask of you. One of the nurses from our ward disappeared. His name is Heyer. He was in charge of taking care of the surgery equipment. He's been acting strange lately, so I had him isolated. But then today, he just disappeared. Along, my guess is that he's at the graveyard right now. Could you please go find Heyer and stop whatever he's trying to do?
How can I help you?
don't seem like a gravekeeper. What brings you here? Oh, right. You're here to take a look at the walking dead as well. Welcome. It's a bit dangerous, but also interesting to see the dead walk around. I would say it's worth risking your life. When did this start? Let's see. If my memory serves me right, I think it was right after the red moon rose. But I'm not too sure about that. Me? Oh, I'm fine. Although I did almost end up dying earlier today. Not too sure about the other gravekeepers, though. Say, since you're already here, could you help out the other gravekeepers if you run into them? I wouldn't want my friends to end up dead here.
Traskoroko. Kuroko can do everything. Trust Kuroko.